guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy, bloop, bloop, that's me, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and I'm gonna have a little bit of tea here. Not right now, it's pretty steaming hot. You are gonna be seeing this a little earlier than you would most coffee talks or most tea times, because you haven't seen me for a little while. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. I hope everybody is off to a fantastic start for the Sunday. Why did you not see me a lot last week? Well, I was just miserable, and I really have to address that. I need to talk about it. I was just so miserable from work. We were told that we have to work, what was it? It was 6 hours during the week, 6 hours overtime during the week. And then we were told we have to work 4 hours overtime on the weekend, and then they tacked on an extra 2. So all totaled, we have to work 12 hours total for the week, Monday through Sunday. We have to do the same thing next week. Next week, this coming week, we have to work 12 hours overtime mandatory. So I was stressed beyond belief. Do I feel like I'm gonna cry? I do, for some reason. It got bad. It got real bad last week, to the point where at some point I just cried. Like, I just sat there for probably about like 2 to 3 minutes and just cried. And it's not out of sadness, it's just out of stress, because I mean, this is how it is. I need a job. You know, when you're an adult, you need money coming in to pay bills. That's what you need. Money coming in to pay bills to live. So that means going in every morning an hour early, or staying over an hour at night. I was getting up early. I was going in for like an hour in the morning. Sometimes I was working at night too, going in at night and working, which didn't leave a whole heck of a lot of time for me to do anything else. So that's one reason why my vlogs from last week and my content from last week fell off, just because there's not enough time in the day. And also, for the second reason, just because I was so just beyond miserable. Like, every day was just blending in to look like the day before. It's the same. It's like Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, except Hollywood's not calling on me to make this story. Yeah, it's basically get up early, read a little bit with your breakfast, get dressed, make your bed, go downstairs, work, come upstairs, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed. Let's do it all over again. It's the same thing every Monday through Friday. Listen, I'm thankful for my job. I am absolutely thankful to have a job and have money coming in when some people don't. I know people who just don't. Can't work, can't find a job. Listen, I get it, but this was really, really messing with my mental health last week. So yesterday, put in 5 of 6 hours of overtime. And listen, years ago, when I got out of college, like decades ago, when I got out of college, I couldn't find a job in my field, which, by the way, is speech communications. I was on the radio in college. I thought that was going to be my job. I was going to be living the high life. Fast forward, I'm not. I thought I was gonna be like a famous DJ and be spending money and living in like New York City or Hollywood or whatever. It didn't happen that way. And I couldn't find anything in the speech communications field. So I started working retail at this place called Bon-Ton. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before. If anybody knows, Bon-Ton is or was like a just a department store. It was kind of like Macy's, but not as like shoo as like known or classy as like high class as Macy's. So I worked there, and I would have to work on the weekends. And after I got out of that job, I vowed that, listen, I'm not going to work on the weekends. Those weekends are my weekends. Well, now I'm working on the weekends because I have to. True, I don't have to go in and stand on my feet and work with people face to face. However, it's still working, and it's taking away from like time that I could be using to distress for myself. So I just made the conscious decision to do absolutely no work today whatsoever. Like nothing related to my 8:30 to 8 o'clock to 4:30 job that I get paid for. Nothing. I gave them 5 hours, and that extra hour, it's not going to kill them. And my supervisor had already said, listen, do what you can do. I really felt like if I went in today to work, it's going to get worse. I mean, it would be bad. I literally had to talk to myself out loud last week and say, reel it in. You're going to say something that is really going to get you fired. You are going to say something. And it's not the fault of the people on the phone that I'm calling in, the doctor's offices and the hospitals I'm talking to. It's really not their fault. It's really the fault of the people who run this department that I'm in. And I'm gonna say something, and it's not gonna be good. And I need this job I'm in this dance for at least another, like 12 years, maybe 12 years. So that's why I'm consciously not doing anything involving work today. Like my mom was like, well, you can just go in and get that hour. No, I'm absolutely not. I'm doing nothing today. So, which brings me to, what are you doing this weekend? So this weekend, yesterday, went up to Walmart, got my grocery shopping done, went in, did 5 hours yesterday of my overtime. And then the rest of the night I read. I started a new book. Don't come for me if you don't like this guy or his wife, but honestly, I started reading the Prince Harry book, Spare, this past week. I pre-ordered it on my Kindle. It was there on Tuesday, and I'm reading it. Me along with my friend, my good Judy and good friend, Emily from Emily's Life on Wheels. She is a fellow royal family watcher as I am, and she absolutely, I didn't know this, but she has loved Prince Harry for a while. So we both decided, hey, we're gonna read it. She had gotten the narration. She got the narration with it, and she had said that he sounds like Sex Bomb. Listen, I completely get that because I absolutely love a British accent. To me, a male with a British accent is just the sexiest accent in the world. So I don't know. I might have to spend that extra $12.99 and add it. I mean, I'm more than halfway through. It's a longer book than I usually read. It's 410 pages. And I just got back into reading because if you know, for a little while, I've always been an avid reader, but for a few years there, I didn't have my concentration and I didn't read a lot. So, I've gotten back into reading, but it's been with Cozy Mysteries, which traditionally are not super long reads. I've been reading the Tanya Kappas murder mystery series, and those are coming in at like under 200 pages. So when I saw that this was over 400 pages, I was like, shit, that's going to take me 3 months. So, but I read that most of the night last night. I watched a football game, a little bit of an NFL game with my mom. And I fell asleep actually not reading the book, but I fell asleep watching Abbott Elementary, which I'm gonna get into that in another video that I think I'm gonna be calling What I'm Watching. And we're gonna discuss that. We're going to discuss the Elvis movie. No, finally. So that's what I did last night. And then today I woke up, I slept in a little bit late, hadn't had a breakfast. And the thing is typically I would have gone up to Starbucks. I haven't been doing that I have not gone to Starbucks in the morning for a while. Well, the last time I went up to Starbucks in the morning was when I took up the fight against that curb, and I lost and popped my tire and like burst my tire open. So I typically don't go. Like I've been making my coffee in our new Keurig, and I've been having breakfast here. So it's been saving me a little money. So woke up, did that, watched some TV. I watched some QVC. I held myself back from ordering stuff. I watched a second Prince Harry interview with what's his name? Tom Bradby. I don't know why that was so loud. Tom Bradby. So I watched that. And then I also finished watching this past week's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City finale. That's a mess. We got to discuss that in a video too, because there's some stuff going on with that. And what else? Took a nice long shower, put a hair mask on my hair, and now I'm talking to you guys. So I think the rest of the day I am going to read as much as I can of the Prince Harry book. Maybe finish Abbott Elementary and do absolutely nothing with work. Maybe get a little Kubi exercise in. So I think I'm going to do that and nothing else. Maybe watch a little football, I don't know, but I'm going to do absolutely nothing with work, because I've come to realize that I have to take some time for myself to focus on myself and to treat myself, because I cannot go into next week with just as stressed as I was. I need a break from work, because listen, I cannot do my best. I cannot put forth my best effort if I am feeling terrible. If I'm just mentally drained, I can't. And it's affecting my physical health too. Like, I'm pretty sure I probably have an ulcer, if not several. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking today, Sunday, as a day of rest, as a Sunday self-care. I'm having my tea. We're going to have a nice dinner with my mom, is making gnocchis. And I know this is against what I said I don't want to do. I know I said I'm going to watch my sugar, but she got a Marie Callender, like coconut cream pie. So I'm going to have a piece of that today. And that's just it. So that is the reason why I did not do a lot last week. It's because I was absolutely miserable. And with the overtime, I just did not have the time. Moving forward, this coming week, I believe that I have Friday off, so that is good. But moving forward this week and every other week, I am not going to be working in the morning and then working at night, because I need to have a work life balance. My work life and my personal life, I need to have a balance on that because it does no good to me, both physically or mentally, to do that. So that's it. I wanted to explain why you didn't see a lot of me last week. And that's why. I'd like to know, how did your week go last week? What did you do this weekend? What are some of the things that you like to do to treat yourself as self-care? So let me know. If nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you spread love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. And check in. And here's another thing: just check in on someone. If you haven't heard from them in a little bit, check in on them. See how they're doing. And even if you have heard from them, just check in on someone. It could always make a difference in somebody's day. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I love you guys. Bye.